All right, so the midweek thing is Rites of Flourishing, which is everyone basically casts Explore every turn. You draw an extra card, and you can play an extra land. That means Rofellos shows up turn 2. 4-mana commanders don't necessarily need mana rocks anymore. There's also the Tybalt's Trickery First Sliver Cultivator Colossus deck that can win turn 3 every time because you play 2 lands a turn and your whole deck is lands, so you win every time. I don't know. This might just be the best thing because while people can play Rofellos turn 1 and then cast an 8-drop on turn 2, you can just not care about any of that because there's not a ton of interaction they're going to do with an 8-mana card by the time you would cast this and then just do your combo. So this probably is the best thing unless there's a wall of counter spells, but you're a little disincentivized to play counter spells when your opponent's drawing so many cards a turn and you can't like totally lock them out. You can draw 2 counters for 2 non-land draws your opponent has, but not the most reliable way to do things in my opinion. But with that being said, I still want to play something with counter spells in it. It's cool to play Cryptic Command on turn 2. And this without card draw inside of the deck. Well, not a lot of card draw, at least. With the midweek thing drawing so much, it just leaves you with more room to do other things because you don't have to really worry about that. The engines thing. Oh, actually, you know what? I should run the engines cards. The lands, at least, still. They're colorless, but starting the engine. Well, that's not even true, though, because you play this turn 1. Although you probably don't, because you want to have a creature in play to start the engines the next turn. Yeah, you probably don't actually need the engine lands. They don't change that much, honestly. If this had like 1 power, maybe it does. But you could run Combat Research, Curious Obsession. I did take those out. I felt like all the card draw in the midweek thing was better, but we'll see. I don't know. Starting their engines is like the biggest challenge of this. But there's a lot of evasive early threats that could just get in there, so let's find out. Okay. Graveyard Goblins. Wait, what? Really? Okay. Sure. That's an interesting card, I must admit. I don't see a reason to brainstorm, so I'm just gonna go ahead and not do that. I also don't really see a reason to actually play my commander. I don't think there's a reason to play my commander. I can just play it next turn. Because the engine thing doesn't have to be online until my opponent takes damage. Impact Tremors, alright. It doesn't impact my board. Alright, swing. I will play Chart of Course. I didn't hit another land that is nightmarishly bad. Oh well. Oh, there it is, go figure. Would have loved to have a Essence Scatter up this turn. We can't always get what we want. Okay, they killed what in my opinion, the incorrect creature, because I can still continue the engine. Oh, never mind. They had 2 removal spells. Never mind. Alright, I actually ran out of stuff to do. And I need something to do, so... Okay, that doesn't help. Well... Removal. Discard up to 2 cards, draw that many? I'm just going to counter anything ever. Oh, come on, man. Wow, that's... Okay, well. You got it. Literally just need a creature. There's a bunch of 1-minute cards in my deck. I've almost seen a fourth of my deck. I've only seen 2 of them. What does that do? When it dies, blight? Okay, sure. Okay, let's not deal with that. I found a way to put counter... No, this blights though, doesn't it? Or it undoes my counter. I wonder if I can incentivize them to put the counter on the Ledger Shredder. Where I would kind of prefer it. So I'll play it pre-combat. But they have to block. How do you not block? What? What? Okay. I feel like they had to block, right? Like, surely you blocked her? How do you not block? There is no... I think I have to Tails End this trigger, so I still have enough power to swing. It means I can't Cryptic Command this turn cycle, but I'm gonna just try to stop this. Oh, I can still Cryptic Command, never mind. Oh, no, I can't, because I lost the Ledger Shredder. Right, the entire premise of... Right, never mind. I'm not drawing. There was no way to draw it. Surprised they didn't cast their commander here. I feel like that might have been better, because they just seem to not care about the engines getting started, and I'm not sure I agree with that, but... Well, I don't know my opponent's hand, so... Alright, the engine is started. So we draw 4 cards a turn. Instead of less than that. Okay, if it doesn't interact with my commander, I'm not gonna do anything. So this Commandeer, okay, sure. Let's zip out this thing here. I can also just activate it to completely get rid of it. Do that. Let it go. Alright, the wall has been presented. No longer need these. Suppose I'll still play one. Alright, now it's a matter of winning the game. But I'm drawing 4 cards to my opponent's 2 cards. So I think we're chilling. Interesting time to do that. Let's see if they pay 4. They do. Beautiful. Alright. So counter and draw. I could have scried these to the bottom, but I think they're fine in play because I do have to bop my opponent to death. By using their sneak abilities? Oh, they gain sneak, I see. Alright, well you only have sneak when you swing. Thirst is okay. I mean, it's another card draw spell that I kind of wanted to take out of my deck. I didn't actually take all of them out. Well, I don't certainly need to cast it right now. Just wall of 1/1s. The pokes are real. Let's just pass. I have 1, 2, 2.5 counters. Sneak is only when something swings, right? Yeah. I've never seen that card ever. Wait, what? That is gnarly. Alright. That is pretty gnarly. Opponent just had no... they didn't do it for like 2 to cast another spell. They're just all in on that. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so we just pass. Do I have a no maximum hand size thing going on somewhere? If I do, I don't notice where it's coming from. Oh, it's just my commander has no max hand size. You'll have to excuse me, I haven't played this in a minute. Yeah, wall of weenies. Step aside, mono white. We're here with the death by 1,000 cuts. Okay. I mean, you say that, but I can still die. Like I said, when your opponent draws 2 cards a turn, sometimes you don't have enough counterspells. Sometimes you just don't have enough counterspells, but we're looking pretty good here. I could have just commandeered that, actually. It's not the most exciting thing to kill this, though. Sack that, destroy an artifact? This creature dies, destroy target creature opponent controls. Well, that's annoying. Alright, I'll counter that. This gives it Defender. Oh, wait, what are we doing here? We're sacking our own creature. Wow. Okay. Well, I get to censor that. Like I said, when you draw so many cards, a lot of the time you end up tapping out completely, and those spell pierce effects are consistently good, even late game, because you have so much mana and so many cards. I'll take a land, and I'll take a Malcolm. Bloop, bloop. Alright, we found the Everything Has Pseudo Shroud card. And I suppose I'll just cast this now? 3. Why not? Replay a land. Alright, well, we don't have lethal quite yet, but it's exceedingly close to pretty much being over. It's over in 2 turn cycles, I think. There's still draws that are a problem. Technically. It's not one of them. Losing is hard. Guess I just bounce that. That way they just have, like, literally nothing. Not that it matters. Apparently my opponent has an instant, and they didn't cast it. What if I just do that? What if I play a new deck every game, and we just play, like, a different deck each time? Did I play first Sliver? No, I had to, I got up mid-game. I got up mid-game. Yeah, I didn't finish the game I played this with last time. I conceded early. I had to get up. Okay, Hamza... I don't believe there's a Hamza win on turn 3. Unless there is, but I don't think there is. Is there? I'm about to find out. That certainly isn't it. There's Valakut. Let's play that and this. Get the Mardu one? Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Unless I'm impressively bad at this. Blue, red, white, green, black. It's pretty hard to mess it up. Especially when the turn you go for it, you actually have 6 lands. Instead of, you know, less than that. Oh, well that makes it easy. Okay, so we're good? We're good. Alright, we can lead with this, and now all we have to do is not whiff. We did not whiff. Valakut's already in play. I don't have to worry about mountains. How many mountains is it? It's 25 divided by 3 mountains, so 9. I think I've played 1 so far. Two. Alright, they're over it. Oh, I love Ancient Ziggurat. I love it. Okay, they did not play their... What? Maybe they're respecting counter spells or something? Or respecting, me having a potentially scary thing? I don't know. Wow, my opponent so far only has 1 blue source in play. Alright, there we go. What does that do? Alright. We win. Just like that. Just like that. Now I have to keep track of mountains because I don't have Valakut. Oh, the, shoot. Forgot about that. I could probably play the ping lands instead of the lands that gain 1 life. And probably should. Yeah. Just to do, like, you know, what is that, like 10-ish more damage? Makes it a little bit easier. Because we don't have to worry about gaining life. Because this happens so fast. In this event. Oh, we could do it. Can you do it turn 2? You can turn 2 win with Gemstone Cavern. That's crazy. Oh no. I'm running out of non-mountains. Come on, Valakut. Where are you, buddy? You can do it. Come on. You can do it. Valakut, please. We've been so nice to each other. Valakut, what are you doing? Valakut? Hello? Buddy? You alright there? Okay, well. That's that, I guess. That's unreal. Are you serious? Wait a minute. Did I have Valakut in play the whole time? Am I just dumb? Oh, I milled it with Tybalt's. Oh. I milled it with Tybalt's. That has never happened before. Alright, well, plan B. I've never done that. Whoops. That's funny. They didn't do anything with their commander this game. I forgot my backup plan, did you, opponent? That is a bit weird. I don't think I like these in this. I'm not sure I'm into those, but my opponent played one. Maybe they're just playing it because they didn't change their deck. Like, this could just be a land. Because every time you... Like, you're going to run out of lands fairly quickly in hand. So you might as well turn these into lands, I feel. And just have more lands so you very consistently hit 2 lands a turn. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It looks like they missed a land drop. This could have just been a land. Most people are probably not ever going to come to that conclusion, but I think they probably should. If this format was around for longer, you'd probably see that. And I am welcome to proving my point. Again, if this was a land, it would just be a land. It would just be a land. Xanathar. Okay. Alright. Let's play... Let's hold the mountains, I guess. I don't know. I have 1 mountain in play. Okay, nothing of value was milled this time. Is it me or does Tybalt's Trickery always mill 3? Am I tripping? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I think that's 6. That might be 5. I might have counted one extra. Alright, they're over it. I don't have to click it. There's always the chance your opponent just gives up and you don't have to click it. Alright. This is another deck for this midweek thing. I've played, what, 2 or 3 so far? 55 lands. Not many opportunities to get away with that, but this midweek thing lets you. You play Rofellos turn 1, and then next turn you play 2 more lands, because over half your deck are lands, and then you play an 8 drop on turn 2. I know that sounds insane, but I still think the first Sliver is just better because there aren't many turn 2 things Rofellos does to actually stop the first Sliver from just winning, other than, what is it? We were just talking about it. Godfirst statue, or it taxes the first Sliver and Tybalt's Trickery and Cultivator Colossus. Yeah, it taxes all 3 spells, so that helps you, but apart from that, yeah, you just try to untap with this and win, just like you normally would, except this time you always win when you untap with it. If this dies, you can cast it 2 turns in a row, which is just absolutely nuts. So you have like kind of 2 shots at it, and then after that turn, you even have more mana to cast things that cost more than simply 8. I don't know if I like all the Eldrazi, but might as well try them, right? After a certain point, it gets a little crazy. You can have 9 drops on turn 2 with Mox, Amber, and Utopia Sprawl. The only reason this one works is because the second land you play can be enchanted, and you can still cast Rofellos turn 1. If it wasn't the case, this wouldn't be in here. But another reason I want to play this is to prove my point that I don't think you have any reason to play Rampant Growth. Your Rampant Growth should just be a land. You just draw more. Like every time you would run out of lands in your hand, you're gonna wish that those ramp spells that you cast earlier were just lands in your hand. Unless you're really blitzing for some kind of specific thing, like a 5 drop on turn 2 or something, instead of simply a 4 drop. But I just think you really don't want ramp spells, even in a Garuda deck. I don't think Garuda would necessarily play a bunch of mana rocks. I could be wrong about that one, though. Willing to prove that point as well at some point. I don't know. I wonder if... Rowan's weird, though. Rowan's a weird one. We can try it. It feels weird. I think I mulligan this. I want at least 3 lands in my hand to feel comfortable. I am on the draw, though. No, I'm going to just mulligan. My hand doesn't matter. It's just the lands, because all I need is 1 spell to do stuff with. That's all that matters. I just need 1 spell. I don't need anything else. Let's see, is there removal? There is no removal spell. Okay. Like, you do this twice, and then you can start doing other things if it doesn't work. That is a reason to play more 6 drops. That really is a reason to do that. I'm going to play something more threatening than Rofellos, so it has to be dealt with. Ugh. Nah, it's a monocolor deck. Let's do you. This means if Rofellos does die, I'm just chilling for the rest of the game without it. And Primeval Titan is probably a must-answer threat from my opponent's perspective. So this is the turn where first Sliver would just win. I can't do anything about it. Okay. Not gonna block, obviously. We have another... Okay, we do. Wow, Hive. That's crazy. 12 mana turn 3? How about 8 mana turn 2? I don't care about turn 3. I don't care about turn 3 at all. Unless this dies. Okay, yeah, I think I want more 6s, because if this dies, I want my turn 3 to have 6 mana plays. So let's just swing. Because I want to. 10? How much mana do I have? 10 plus 8, I have 18. 18 mana. Down to 13? Let's just do the... Let's just do this. I'm just going to do this. Homunculus is in play, so opponent needs something crazy to... Alright, they're over it. I mean, we already looked at 6 mana options. There's another Rofellos at 6 mana, but I would probably just play Rofellos turn 3 again instead of this. Oh! I've totally forgot about that. Alright, never mind. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, we don't actually have to change anything. Okay, I was just wrong. For some reason, in my brain, I thought if this dies twice, it's over. Because you play it turn 1, and then you can play it turn 2 for 4. But you can play it turn 3 for 6 mana. So you can always play Rofellos every turn. I completely spaced that. I don't know why my brain broke after the first 2, but you can play it every single turn. Your opponent must deal with it effectively every turn, and then eventually you're going to have so many lands in play anyways that... Okay, if that's the case, I want more than 55 lands. Alright, let's try 57. I just totally spaced that logic. I don't know how. I'm just... Typical green player, can't think. Just completely spaced that. Alright, Rofellos, you know what time it is? You know what time it is. Do we have the blue answer? We do not have the blue answer. We have the put a land... Okay. Sure, it falls under the I don't agree with it thing. Let's blow up one of their lands? No, let's just tuck one of their lands. Actually, we could just be completely degenerate and do this. We could just do that. There we go. I feel like that... Yeah. I feel like that, that might be a little bit better than anything else I could do. Yeah, I could cut the Hydra, you're right. I'm not even going to read what that does. Not even going to read it, opponent. You can have it. Until the moment in which you no longer do, which is right now. Okay, they didn't concede. I feel kind of bad. Because I'm going to also deal with that. Oh, but I want a tooth and nail. No, 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 no. Okay, they're over it. They need a little bit more convincing that this is 100% over. Man, I gotta find more time for the rest of the midweek, the later on tomorrow and the next day. Because I normally don't stream Wednesday, Thursday. But I want to play more of this. This is hilarious. I want someone to play Leovold and see if it totally hoses something. It can. Oh, Leovold. Leovold actually stops the first Sliver because you can't draw with Cultivator Colossus. Leovold actually does it. We're building the meta as we play. What is this? Yarok? What is this? Creature deals combat damage. Okay. Oh, someone playing Tireless. Oh, if they didn't have a land. They didn't have a land. If this was a land, could you imagine? If it was a land. I will now kill... Actually, we can play this. Right. Yeah, let's kill the... That thing. I don't really care about this at all. And I don't want them to draw into lands and then explode with Provisioner, so I just don't care about this. Okay. They did draw land. I'm gonna blow up that Panharmonicon. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes, sir. I suppose I'll also kill this thing now before I can't kill it. Oh, these are actually really similar. I missed 2 damage. I missed it doesn't matter. Kaya's Oath Swarm? Does that do it too? I don't know what it does off the top of my head. Isn't that the Lightning Helix? Oh, you're just saying the card my opponent just played. I didn't read it. Yeah, you're right. I didn't read it. I didn't read it. All right, let's swing. Because I'm not going to play anything other than Godfrey's statue here. I don't think there's a reason to commit more to the board. My opponent's dying, and this shuts down most of the things I can do. Also, Cityscape is lethal with haste. Oh, I just missed lethal. Oh no, because then this can't swing. Never mind, I didn't miss lethal. They'd be at 1? They'd be at 1 life. Okay. Opponent's playing Cultivate. Beautiful. Oh, let me cast the World Spine Worm. Oh, opponent. I had 18 mana. See how we fare against this. At least that doesn't matter. I wonder what this is doing. What does this do in this format? I feel like this doesn't do anything. What are you tapping down in this format that you care about? You get to cast like sweepers starting turn 2. I feel like there's nothing you're ever interested in tapping. But I don't know. My opponent knows. They did this in my upkeep. Not really sure why. They said, oops. Okay. Maybe a misclick. Okay, well, that was weird. You got it. Go ahead and play this. And that. Alright, well, what do you got? Dash Ragavan? I see. Makes sense. Okay, well, I have absolutely no idea what they accidentally did or didn't do, but if they killed Rofellos, I'm still kind of just chilling. I have so many lands, I could just do something else. Obviously, with Rofellos, I explode, but I really don't think I needed Rofellos. I am just so far ahead with any giant explosive threat. But I don't really know what they were thinking about. You have to choose this, so it wasn't like they misclicked it. I don't really know what's going on. It wasn't silence, it wasn't swords. If it was a remove, I don't know. But I survived a removal spell, that's my point. Like, they kill it, I'm still just absolutely chilling. Also, I kind of liked Explore there. I think I did. Because eventually it's not like I can play 3 lands a turn. Because I'll run out of lands. And I can only draw 2 cards a turn. So maybe they are wrong. Maybe they are wrong. What is this, Lelia? Lelia is a combo deck, isn't it? But it has to have the combo piece in its hand. But it is a combo deck as far as I'm aware. Although they're running Mutavault and Arena, so it probably isn't a combo deck, because this doesn't make any sense. Well, they committed to casting it, so. Alright, it doesn't seem like it's a combo deck here. We'll see if they are willing to play it out after I kill it. Looks like they are. The combo version can't combo on turn 2, though, right? Isn't it turn 3? Because you need 5? Well, it's definitely not the combo, right? It had this. Because you play Lilia, turn 2, but you need more mana than that to continue the nonsense. Ugin's Labyrinth. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm here for it. Oh, unlucky. So I have 10 mana. I don't think there's any conceivable way in which I lose after casting this. But we shall see. Okay. I didn't think so. Drawing enough lands. I'm going to run out of lands. Alright, we have the uphill battle. It's a mono removal deck, and it was on the play. But we shall see. I don't even know what that is. Oh, okay, sure. Well, I'm going to keep doing that every turn. Again, 60 of the cards in my deck are lands. Ideally, I draw 2 lands a turn. See, this is a spot already where having exploration wouldn't be good. I'd already be, like, kind of out of gas here. Oh, well. Having drawn those, I kind of... These would be in play right now, let's say. Oh, I'll just do it again. These would be in play, and I'd have 8 mana. Okay, this is a spot. This is a spot where exploration would do something other than Rofellos. Looks like they ran out of answers. Exile a card? Okay. Defense? That doesn't actually even do anything. Exile their own graveyard. Looking for Solitude? Probably looking for Solitude, yeah. Okay. Let's, I could blow up 2 of their lands with this thing. And then if it dies, it blows up 2 more. Nah, let's just ruin their day. Let's just ruin their day. Utopia Sprawl. Well, that's a funny top deck. I mean, most of the time it's going to be a land. Mox Amber. Bruh. That was like a 1 in 1,000. But alright. We take those. Alright, how do we destroy our opponent's life here? Final Showdown. Let's play a land. I can play 2 lands, Final Showdown, destroy their own commander, leave it in the graveyard. Right, spree 5, 6, 7. All creatures lose all abilities. And then... decline? Exile it. Decline. Alright, there you go. No Ketramose. No Ketramose. No Ketramose. They can make a 1/1 Ketramose, but that doesn't permanently do anything. Also, I can just blow that up. I suppose I will, just to keep it going. Yeah, I should primal command this. I think. Let's see. Tuck. Rid of that. Let's get... I have 5. I can just get this. Or this. This is indestructible. Sure. Okay. A bit odd. Well, the vast majority of my deck are lands. I think blowing up 3 of their lands with Sundering Titan is just better than Ulamog with Annihilator. It's kind of similar. We shall see. Portal. Well, that's good too. Not necessary though. Yeah, I think I want to blow up their lands. This is a very annoying thing to deal with. Because it happens twice. And I'm going to say it still somewhat matters to exile stuff. Or blow up lands. Like land count still somewhat actually matters. Well, they know about Ulamog, so that's not a long-term solution to anything. I can blow up my own Sundering Titan, I guess. Wow, they just blow it up for me? What? Okay. You can't steal Sundering Titan. You're gonna blow up your own lands. Well, I mean, you can steal it, but you can't make one. Because you're gonna blow up your own lands. So I can play Portal. Oh, I can play this first, actually. Hold on. Alright. The army of 3/4s hath begun. I could still blow up the... No, we're going to do this because they can't exile both creatures with the Ghost Vacuum. And then I can start to actually steal them. I don't think I need to worry about the God Pharaoh statue. Okay, they just immediately do this. This doesn't... I mean, this blows up your own stuff. I really don't understand this. You have to target your own lands. That seems wild to me. They just don't want me on 13 lands. Alright, I don't get it. I'm not ever doing that, but... yeah, you know what? Why don't we share? Why are we? We're sharing, right? Let's take your... Sheltered by Spaghetti Noodles and a removal spell? Because why not? Alright, well, look at that. A grindy back and forth game where it wasn't over immediately. Rofellos was blown up, and I still just was in a leading position basically the whole game. It's hard for them to come out of this, and Sundering Titan was just insane. I feel like they just blew up their own lands for kind of no reasons, but even if they didn't do that, I don't know what else they could do. Whenever you draw your first or second, put an initiative, and then when you draw a second on each turn. Maybe I'm not as enthralled with this as I think I am. Because you don't actually get extra triggers with the midweek event. Whenever you draw your first or second. Oh, yes, you do. It's not and or. Yes, you do. You get 2. Never mind. My opponent even played it. I should know this. All right, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have absolutely no idea what I'm up against. Yeah, I think it's 47. When it attacks, something blah, 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 blah. Choose target creature. Okay. Okay, sure. Alright, I didn't draw another land. That's, like, really annoying and sad. Such is life sometimes. They did not turn to their commander. Sure. Come on. Something doable, please. That, I guess, counts? Right? I can get the 1 ring. Mystic Forge? No, we can probably just do this thing. Yeah, because everything I want to do is found in this card here, so I'll do that. Arena of Glory. When it stacks, choose our creature control, then roll a d20. Perforos. Okay, that doesn't swing. Ragavan, sure. I probably block this, right? I don't actually know. Yeah, I think I block this. I'm gonna say that's right. Maybe it isn't. Oxhammer, does that help? Yeah, is it reshape? Maybe I'm thinking of reshape. I don't know. Well, we have Worm Coil, so I don't have to think about anything, right? Well, I have to cast something still. Yeah, alright, so I cast something on my turn like this. Oh, this also leaves up mana leak. Looks like countering that Chain Lightning was quite significant. Who would have guessed? Oh, hey, that works too. Why not? I'll take your Ragavan. Or I'll kill your Ragavan. I like that. I could have drawn 2 cards. Because now they don't have an attack to get, like, cyberbullied by Wormcoil. But I still have it anyways. Okay, this is not what I would be excited to do right now. Oh, you gotta move phases. I got a blue. You gotta move phases. You gotta move. Tragic. Tragic. Had to change phases. Didn't do it. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Alright, well, let's play the Probably can't lose the game when it's in play card. All right. Oh, should have tried harder, opponent. Should have tried harder. Opponent does not cast their commander. Draw a card, then discard a card whenever you discard whenever. Okay, I'm going to make you feel like you wish you did cast your commander. I can cast my commander 2 turns, or twice in this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Opponent knows I can do that. Let's play Midnight Clock. I guess. I don't need it. I just resolved, okay. Sure. Maybe there was no counter spell, or it just wasn't worth casting. I really don't know why they didn't cast their commander turn 1. Whenever you discard 1 or more artifacts, make a Power Stone. Okay. We're kind of doing similar things, except my opponent's stuff sticks around and mine does not. Also, it doesn't really matter, because by the time you have enough Power Stones, you can kind of just do whatever you want. Okay. Interesting. I like it. Let's just pass? I can play this. No. There's no way I'm not keeping these up, right? Oh boy. Might be buckling up for an adventure here in a second. They could have already cast that thing, so that would... They got rid of a land. Interesting. They got rid of a land. Huh. Okay. Treasure hunt? Oh. Oh, okay, I was wrong about the land thing. Wrong about that. Alright, too easy. Should have played around it, opponent. How does this work? Okay, that's how it works. Any of these finds you the other ones, but you need one of these though, right? Because if you have this, you can't cast it. It has to be the last one you cast. So you need, whenever you have no land, if you have no lands in hand, seek a land. Otherwise, seek 2 non-land cards. And then seek new knowledge. Yeah, so you need one of these 2. Otherwise, what you're doing doesn't work. The problem with combos like this does help you loot, technically. And you draw more than 1 card a turn, so, like, why not give it a shot? But you 100% every time need one of these. And that makes it a bit awkward. Whereas Crucius, you just cast Crucius, and that sets up your giant mountain explosion combo. But this one, you have no consistent way of finding these cards. I'm on the play this time. Look at that. I'm not going to cast Malcolm. Turn 2 Thalia and Gitrog. That's exciting. You may play an additional land. Oh, I guess it's 3 lands a turn. And then the rest of it doesn't feel crazy. Actually, you know what? It doesn't at all feel crazy anyways. We'll see what happens. I think the first question is, do they have a removal spell? Probably cast it again anyways if they do. I think so, yeah. I'm not going to go for Malcolm. Maybe Malcolm shouldn't be in here. It doesn't draw on my opponent's turn. It might just be better off. Like, if it was Opt right here, we could trigger our commander and whatnot. Maybe that's just better, I don't know. 2 tap lands of an interesting variety. Play land and do nothing. Tapped Temple Garden. Okay. Huh. Pillage the Spaghetti, probably for a land. I mean, 100% for a land. Is this another deck that's, like, not doing what it wants to because of the land? You really shouldn't get mana screwed in this event. Really should play into the event. In my opinion, at least. I think I've been the better for it, and I haven't really seen anyone else do it, so I'm kind of surprised. Can I just crack this without targeting anything? Okay. This triggers this twice, right? Oh, that's huge. Yeah, Cryogen Relic was a really good idea. Look at that. Look at us go. Let's go ahead and just play this. Oh, I should have swung with Malcolm first. Whoops. Forgot I had other ideas I could do. Magic. This. Something good? Rip. They brought in their Brawl list. Well, I'm sure most people probably are doing that. It is the path of least resistance, to be sure. But hey, they have Lotus Field. I feel like no, because they wanted to hit a land. I was going to say plotting that would be probably okay, but I'm going to assume they wanted to hit a land. They've played like nothing but tap lands, including Temple Garden. A bit interesting. Opponent is having a really tough go of it, apparently. I don't really know why. Okay. How do they get a second Shifting Woodland? Oh, it's Echoing Deeps. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Echoing Deeps played ever. And my opponent is Omega punished for playing nothing but tap lands. Beautiful. I can find an 8 with Fabricate. I don't really like any of my 8s. Maybe I just take Godfrey Statue? No, we want a card draw engine. We absolutely want a card draw engine. So... Alright, I regret playing my land first, but I absolutely want a card draw engine. Get rid of... That makes that easy. Okay, let's play Dark Ritual. Can still play a land, I think. Yeah, I will play a land. And then we just chill at 16 forever? Or 13, excuse me. I'll take that. Alright. All of my spells draw a card for the rest of the game. Well, ideally. I'm really just... Like, they're just... Every land they've played is tapped. That I don't know if I like that. Whenever a land you control enters... I don't even want to counter this. Okay. That's fine. I don't really like that much. I'm just going to cycle Lightning Bolt. Why did it not tap that? I clicked it. Game, please. Oh yeah, also all our lands tap for the draw card as well. Okay, let's go ahead and cast Mind Slaver. Can I activate it right now? Yeah, I can. Suppose I will. See what's going on over there. And then... Oh, I could have made a second Mind Slaver. Is this a legend? Oh, it is a legendary tragic. Let's... Because I have my opponent's turn stolen, I'll just do this on... Oh, why are they all legendaries? Everything's legendary! Alright. Cosmos Elixir it is. We're gonna scry for days, because I can't, I can never draw with it. Because I just can't. Alright, what do you got over there? What are we working with? What are we working with here? Not sure what Mondrak's up to, but it's certainly over there. I can decimate their lands like this, and then just fail to find. That's just absolutely backbreaking. Oh, I could escape shift it. Oh, oh no, I could escape shift. I could escape shift it. All right, whoops, didn't even see it. Don't listen to me. All right, I think I'm still just impossibly far ahead. It doesn't matter, but I shouldn't have done that. That's super funny. I could have just escape shifted. You can get rid of the castable card, and then maybe that thing that gets them back. Oh, wait, no. Okay, apparently my opponent thought I, like, Emrakul them, and they gave up after I did that. But, I don't know, maybe they thought they had a turn after that? Have I lost a game today with any deck? Like, full stop. Have I lost a game yet today? I didn't lose with Rofellos. I didn't lose with the first Sliver. Got close. I haven't lost with this. Did I play a fourth commander? Why am I thinking I've played a fourth commander? First Sliver, Rofellos. What was the other commander I played? I'm getting old. What was the first commander I played with? Oh, Visivelvisver. Yeah. Which I think we only played 2 games with it. Maybe just 1? 1 or 2. Yeah, I have not lost a game yet. I think I recognize this person playing Cloud here. Yeah, the Homunculus is the first one. Visvinsverfer. Oh, opponent gets to go first? Oh, that's so bad for me. Oh, that's actually really bad. At least it isn't Rofellos. But still. If I had, like, 4 Spike here, we're just, like, chilling. Gold Vein pick is a little odd. I don't get it, but I don't have to get everything. I don't have to understand all things that happen. It just gives you treasures really fast? Yeah, I mean, it does. It is what it does. And then you just get 2 treasures, but you're already playing 2 lands a turn. Of all the things my opponent could grab, I just can't say I'm upset that they grabbed this thing. Who knows? I'm sure there's a reason behind all that mana. So let's play Stone Cold Nothing. As is tradition. Get rid of... I could get rid of a land. I'm exceedingly likely to draw enough to play the whole game with them, so... Buster Sword? Well, I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all. Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright, well, I guess now we just lose. I didn't draw anything that matters. Yeah, I think we just lose now. I don't think I'm doing anything about that for the entirety of this game, so... Probably just lost from that single-handedly. Of all the things to lose to, I didn't expect it to be this. I'll just force spike anything, I guess. Whir of Invention. Probably have one more attempt at casting this and having it matter, but that's pretty unlikely. I could have, like, stunned their commander, but I don't really like where that gets me, which is kind of just nowhere. They cycle a random thing that probably wouldn't do anything. Sure. What? Okay, random combat trick, I guess. +1 plus... Okay, that's a bit odd. I didn't have any lands. Well, I had this, but I kind of needed to cast it. This is a human? Hello, game? Please? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's play the stun game now? No, that doesn't... I kind of just have to do that. I just have to stun this. Like, there's no not stunning it. I just have to do this. And then pass. And assume that 1/1 doesn't kill me. Ooh. Okay. Yep. All right. That is what that is. So 5 block. Play a land. Repurposing Bay for a 3-mana thing doesn't... I gotta play a land here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have to play a land. So... Kymil? What could Kymil possibly do that matters? What if I left up Whir of Invention? I'm gonna leave up Whir of Invention. Search out for an artifact, the mana value X or less. Yeah. Probably have to leave up the counterspell. +2/+1 and ward 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Counter that. Counter just anything that they cast. Take 9. That's just a random hollowed priest. Okay. Whir for 2 is all I can do. And I don't think Whir for 2 does anything, so be it. I cannot cast One Ring, so I have no idea what to do. I think I'm just dead. copy their angel? Play Kaimil? I can't cast the One Ring. I literally cannot cast the One Ring. Cast this, because there's nothing else to do with my mana. I can get rid of this now and find Nettle Cyst? That's a legendary. Yeah, that's a legendary that doesn't work. Okay, I can steal another thing, so it's harder to die, but I am dead in the air to 55 different cards, so. It looks like they played or drew 2 lands this turn, which could be useful. Okay, commander's gone. But that didn't matter. I have to block. They can find another equipment. That is not what I would have anticipated them grabbing, but it does technically come really close to to stealing my turn. They have enough lands. Okay, but portals should stabilize. And I can eat Nettle Cyst. Is this a sorcery? It is. There's not any reason to not do this now, right? Yeah, I have to do this now. Or I really should do it now. Let's find Cosmos Elixir? Because I want to gain life. Yeah, that's good. I should have ordered these backwards. Let's grab... I just want more life. No, we can get the One Ring now. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to kill me. And that gives me another turn to just breathe. And then I can get Paradox Engine, but I don't have any mana rocks. So that doesn't bode too well here. Wow, the fact that Gold Vein Pick almost got me is crazy. I still can. Alright. Wow. Either there's no other equipment that works, or I don't know. Maybe I was. Maybe it was on the sauce when I played this 6.5 years ago, but alright. Still the midweek thing. Asura Rex seems interesting. It is vastly different from the last time I played it. I don't even know what Tendrils of Agony was doing when I played it 6 years ago, so I'm going to have to go and look at the video. I'm not going to dig through it and find it, but we have Hoarding Broodlord, Sonhalf, shenanigans. But the entire point is you loop this, and you just loop the dungeon and you win. So with Paradox Engine and any discounter or anything like that, you just do that really fast. There's Davriel that discounts it. There's the Medallion. All of these were not in the game at the time. There's, I guess, Sliver Ceremony that does it too. You don't necessarily need a discount because you can just untap mana rocks anyways, but just another way of doing it. And yeah, this feels like it can win. I might need more than 43 lands though. This is the first time mana rocks are kind of like necessary. And normally, like I've been saying for the past all day today, is in this midweek thing, you don't really want these because you just would prefer these to be more lands, but you kind of need some to actually do the thing. So we shall see. Yeah, it looks like I was just playing a bunch of random cantrippy nonsense. Actually, I don't want that one either. Another swamp. All right, send it. Thriving Isle? Jeez. I'll just run that out. Play this, play that, and pass. So I can entomb for, I suppose... Oh, I don't even think I added reanimate. Whoops. Can bury the Broodlord thing. Opponent does not cast their commander. Do you have another land? Wayfarer's Baubles. Okay. Scrying and not using the bauble. Alright. Interesting opponents today. Double scry on top. Seems to be a consistent thing with this card. We'll scry 2. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, I put the wrong card on top. Why am I bad? Why am I so bad? Why am I so bad? It's alright. My opponent's doing some weird stuff over there. Maybe we have time. They're doing some weird stuff over there. Scrying and then shuffling and then scrying and then not cracking baubles and whatnot. I can't believe I just put that on top. This is like the second time I've misclicked in under a week. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I highlighted it and then it just like lagged and clicked the other thing instead. So I'm gonna call, throwing a flag on that one. So I can cast a server rack, float 4, and then do beseech to get the 1 ring or the engine. Actually, I couldn't even. Playing the engine here wouldn't even be that useful anyways. Maybe I just play this. And then coveted prize is okay. I don't really want to sack anything or draw. Alright, yeah. I'm just chilling. Alright. We're just chilling. Hoping that there's not a wall of permission. What is that? Okay, that doesn't do much here. Alright, we're shuffling the top, looking for another thing, I suppose. It's flash and flying, it's not instance. Mind Stone, okay. Sure. Okay, that's... well... not in my hand. Let's play... this. If I sack the... no, I need the mana rock. I need the mana rock. Alright, let's go get our actual win condition, shall we? And then... get rid of that land. Something on top, please? Come on, game! Ugh. What? Okay. I can bounce the... Fairy Seer to scry? Oh, they scryed 2 on top though, so no bounce value here. You shouldn't do anything. No, well, wait a minute. You scryed 2 on top. There's no need to do this, right? Right? Was I wrong? Now they just swing for 1 less. Okay. Take that. Interesting. Wait, whoa, oh. Okay, opponent's trolling me. they're Emrakul, they're mind slavering themselves. Okay, let's see here. Play this. No, play this. No, then I can't do everything I need to. So this. Let's play you. Have 2 left. That seems counterintuitive. Alright, I'm just going to run it out. I'm going to run it out and I'm going to ask my opponent, what are you going to do to my face? If they played optimally, quote unquote, I would still see my next turn, so it's not like they missed lethal or anything. And they did keep 2 cards on top, so I'm going to assume they're ideal cards. We shall see. Were those the 2? If those are the 2, maybe an odd ordering, because this draws that. You don't cast it off the top for free. I don't even know what that is. Tap up to turn. Rolls each of those. Okay. So they can still crack the Mind Stone. Nope, not cracking the Mind Stone. What are we doing? Okay, we're just tapping the Mind Stone. Same logic, I guess. Alright, so black, colorless. Oh, that's not how that works. How do I do this? 1, 2, 3, hold control, cast my commander. Cast this? No. Let that resolve. Let this resolve. Tap that. Black. And we're gonna scry 1. I might not have time to do this. Uh-oh. Cast it again. I need another thing to do here. Black, black. Get rid of that card on top. Not ideal. Treasure token. Again. Tap. Tap. Okay, that does it. And... or rather, it should do it. So then QQ. Draw. Another land. Can I choose to, like... like that. Land. I can tutor up another mana rock. Just for the sake of speed. Which I should absolutely do. Jet Medallion. Cast it. Okay, that should do it. Oh, that's also good. That was even a note. I don't think I have Damnation in here. Persist with Broodlord is good too, in my thing. Let's get rid of a treasure token. That is not what I want it to do. I played the wrong card, as is tradition. This just makes it so I don't have to worry about roping out and passing without like wanting to pass yet. And I still probably don't die. And just make sure. But this is 100% to win. I just have to actually click through it all. Ah, we'll make skeletons. Why not? Skeletons are good. No more skeletons. No more skeletons. This is where Tendrils does make sense, so I don't have to do all of this, but that is still a card in your deck that is not the most optimal decision. We can go the persist route here. Grab Saw in Spaghetti. Cast said Saw. Here. Not convoking. Could convoke, no reason to. Grab, I guess Pier? I can't play more lands. Can shore up any uh-ohs with that one. And just grab that. Yeah, why not? I'll just grab whatever. It shouldn't really matter that much. I can pass with just a significantly winning board state. And then not need to Ursura Rack loop, which I might just rope out and run out of time to do anyways. Grab Bolus's Citadel. Oh no, I'm gonna run out of time. No. Please. No. I ran out of time. No, I ran out of time. Alright, well that's a reason to run Tendrils. I would have won if I just cast Tendrils. But we're still just winning. I don't really know what my opponent can feasibly do to stay in the game at this point. That certainly isn't it. Is there a Davriel that... No, there isn't. I don't have Shieldred in here either. Favorable winds, sure. Okay, well that had Flash. They didn't have to cast it there. Could have just waited. Oh, can I just cling spam? Oh, I can. Yeah. Suppose I'll gain life. And it's not really that spamming, I only do it once. I don't think I'm tapping the one ring. Tap, tap. Oh, look, it's Davriel. Which I think kills me if I cast it, so let's not do that. Land. Or Surak. And... this can't attack. That seems reasonable, right? I'll keep Davriel up there. Oh, you can just cast anything from exile? Okay, so it doesn't have to be the card that's exiled. Let's do this. I don't need this, so I'll just do the draw gain life thing. And then my opponent's stuff can get slightly larger, I guess. Now the One Ring is safe because I gain life when I draw. I can also kill them with Bolus's Citadel. That is a thing I can do. Goodbye, Dread Presence. Fare thee well. Let's grab Pier. No. Something that doesn't... Well, I don't think there's anything that actually does kill me, so... Doesn't matter. Even a giant X spell would do it. Alright, I can see why I had Tendrils in here. I can see now. It all makes sense. Now we just to win the jank, slow, confusing way. I can peer myself? That seems weird. There's no other reanimate, huh? Oh, there's one right here. Okay. So I'll get rid of a land. Put that to my... So I can grab... Can reanimate a... One of that. Dread Presence. Just a way to, like, win the game, because my opponent isn't conceding. And I've already played 2 lands, so... Alright, I think I'm out of things to do completely other than my commander. So... Start looping this. I'm not even going to look at my scries. And I have to do this about 15-ish times? Because I have enough damage in play, especially with the looping goblin each time. Okay, they're over it. I don't know what they made them not do it now. Like, they just... they could have done that a while ago. But we do have to click through all of it because now, after having played it, again, I haven't played this in 6 years. Tendrils just skips all of this. You just find it and you just immediately win. I believe there's a time limit of 5 minutes for your turn. Yeah, if they cast Farewell, I think I honestly just deserve to lose. I am not playing that again. All right, I'm going to end on Rofellos because after that I'm done. I gotta stop playing this. I was about to say, surely you have another land, please. Okay. Please have another land. Please. Do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. All right. Big chillin'. What's this do? When does this happen? Okay, all right. I like it. I like it. Liking. All right, let's do that in this and then get... I could get a 4 here. Oh, opponent. What happened? I didn't get to do anything. I didn't get to do anything. All right. we're done. We're done. Oh, we're done. Let's just yap for a bit. I don't know how much talking I'm gonna do. I played what, 5 decks or something. I did not lose a single game across these 5 decks. I didn't lose a single game. Granted, I only played one with this one because it takes forever, and I took out Tendrils, which ended up being a mistake, but I still won. I think definitively this is the best, especially if the player base isn't playing a bunch of counter spells. This is a turn 3 win every game. Unless you whiff. You can whiff and draw one of these and then lose. But let's say, you're doing the thing and have the expected outcome of not whiffing by drawing this or that. Or actually, you can draw this and then just wait a turn to cast it. So you can actually still, do the thing. But apart from that, this is probably the best thing. It just wins on turn 3. I actually milled Valakut once and still had Maze's End to win on my upkeep. So I still had a way to win there. And yeah, there's Valakut and Maze's End. And this is a lethal threat that has to be dealt with because it's like an 80-80 or something. But I think this is probably the best. Rofellos, while it is insane, it does not have a... I hate this thing. This partner zone needs to go. It does not have turn 3 wins. Now, you can play an 8-drop on turn 2, but it does not beat the first Sliver combo. Unless it's specifically the Godpharaoh statue. Other than that, there's really nothing you can do. You can play Staff and then do some infinite mana thing. How much mana do you need to go infinite? I think it's 5, actually. Pay 1 to untap it, and then tap, untap. Yeah, I think you need 5 mana. Pay 1, and then pay 3 to untap, and then tap it for 4 would be neutral. Yeah, you need 5, so this doesn't work on turn 2, which means it's not fast enough to beat the first Sliver deck. If you're on the play, it is, because you see turn 3 before your opponent, so on the play this works. Just kind of lame, but... that's how a coin flip victory, I suppose. But with that loop on turn 3, you could then just guarantee that you'll draw this by just looping your whole deck and then, doing whatever. You'll also put lethal in play while doing all that, so you'll always win. You can't Primal Command a land because the first Sliver deck would play 6 lands and it only needs 5 on turn 3, so you can't tuck a single land and do anything. I don't even know if Defense of the Heart was that good. Actually, it didn't really seem that necessary. It could be another land. Could be another land. But yeah, 60 lands. I mean, shoot. You're not really going to find another time to do this. This is just great to me. I love the idea of that. But apart from the first Sliver combo deck, I think Rofellos is probably the best thing. I do really like these 2 decks here. This one's pretty honest. It's as close as probably its baseline version, which, the more you can exploit the midweek thing, the better. And I think counterspells are okay, but when your opponent draws 2 cards a turn and you draw 2 cards a turn, usually having 2 things happen to your opponent's end outweighs you just always having like 2 counterspells for everything they're drawing. The person not playing counterspells is probably going to eventually get things to slip through. So it doesn't really favor the counterspell stuff, in my opinion. But when you draw 4 cards a turn and your opponent only draws 2, you're going to probably have enough counterspells to stop everything. And then you just poke them to death with the goofy things there. This probably would have liked the Curious Obsession and all the other auras that give it power, so it can trigger its own engine if your other creatures die. So that probably would have been something I would have changed. But yeah, drawing 4, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Katara might just be better than this, but Katara doesn't really exploit the midweek thing as much as this, in my opinion at least. So I went with this one. And I mean, this one's way cooler. I mean, look at it. It's a Homunculus. Look at it. What are the other things I played? What was this? This is cool. I didn't trigger it on my opponent's turn that much. I will say Cryogen Relic is massive because it gives you both counters on your opponent's turn if you put it in play and then crack it. Like, that's just massive. But I wasn't playing all the cantrips and stuff to trigger this on my opponent's turn. I was all in on just getting 2 on my turn. And that means your deck can look very different because you're not worried about trying to draw cards on your opponent's turn. And that means you can add other things in your deck. And I think I was better for that, right? I think this is a preferred way to do it. You can do both. You can have the midweek thing, trigger it on your turn twice, and then have something else going on in your opponent's turn anyways, especially with like 2 lands on turn 1. You play a land, the next turn you cast Consider, or rather on your opponent's turn. You pass a turn, then you cast Opt, Consider, or something like that to trigger it. But things like Preordain and Ponder don't work because you've already triggered it twice from the midweek. Flourishing, Rites of Flourishing, whatever the thing is. So I would probably at least add Opt and Consider, I guess. Honestly, it's okay to do that. It doesn't destroy anything. But it's another way to have critical mass of lands and not feel too bad about it. But yeah, every time I saw a Rampant Growth or a Mana Dork or honestly even Exploration didn't feel like it was the right idea in this one. So I don't like Rampant Growth effects in this midweek thing. Every single time I saw one, I'm like, man, wouldn't it have been better if that was just another land in your hand? Maybe it ramps you 1 turn faster, but you're going to run out of lands in your hand, and then eventually you're going to have a turn where you either play 1 land or no lands. And on that turn, you're going to kind of wish the Rampant Growth was just a land. Sometimes there is a reason to do it, right? You want to play a 5-drop on turn 2. Okay, but if that's the case, you just put the Rampant Growth in your command zone, really, which is what Rofellos does. So, well, Rofellos does a lot more than that, obviously. But, yeah, so that logic is where I was at. And I think I was better for it, right? Again, I didn't lose a single game. Even in the Mana Rock deck, I didn't. But Sir Rack, again, actually needs Mana Rocks to do the thing. Yeah, this needed absolutely needed this. I now realize why Tendrils was part of the plan. I could take a land out pretty easily there because it has so many Mana Rocks. But yeah, I think the Mana Rock package, unless you actually need it, you probably just don't want to run it. With Engine One Ring combos, it makes sense to run them, but I don't know what commander would like this that much in this midweek event. Maybe Krark, the Ninja Turtle artifact thing that draws. It's hard to draw a critical mass of cards with it because you draw so much a turn. But I mean, you can still probably vomit enough zeros in play to make it castable. But yeah, lands. This first Sliver is just the best. It's just the best. If there's walls of counter spells moving forward, then it's gonna struggle a little bit. But the games are fast, at least. If you want 15 wins a day, just do this. You know, if your opponent had a counterspell, move on. You're going to win really fast. This is one of those few moments a year where a midweek thing has a has a way to win extremely fast. Sometimes there's fairly fast ones, but there's not many times where you can just get 15 wins a day extremely fast. But Rofellos, I'm in love with this. I love this a lot. This is great. This is probably the second best thing. The second best thing. That's my opinion. Most people are not going to play the first Sliver combo. They're probably going to play something like this if they put more effort into their decks and don't just like copy paste it from the normal thing that they play, which most people are going to do, especially the first day, which is today. But moving forward, I really don't know how many people are going to think like this unless they watch this video or someone else posted on the internet. Most people are probably not going to think about, hey, it might be a really good idea to run 60 lands. in my Rofellos deck. Most people are probably not going to do that. So you could irk out an advantage if you do. But it is an abstract conclusion to come to, I will admit. But yeah, I like this format. I really do. So if you have ideas of other things that you think are highly exploitative, let me know. Something ideally that is at least like 25 to 30 unique cards difference relative to its normal version with this thing forever. Let me know. I'm trying to think of more commanders. There's like the shark one. Okay, no, if I start naming, I'm going to be here all day. So let me know. All right. GG's.